Hey guys, alright, so today I'm going to show you how to do your own custom drawer dividers. I decided to go ahead and do my makeup drawer because it is just cluttered and stuff is just everywhere. So this is how it looked at the end of my little project. I found this idea on Pinterest as well as YouTube. I will have a link of the YouTuber that I saw do an absolutely fabulous job. So the things that you're going to need for this idea is going to be foam boards, some poster boards. You're also going to need a cutting board to protect your floors. To cut, you're going to need a razor blade or either an Xacto knife. I use a pen, but you can use a pencil as well to mark your measurements on your board. You're going to need something to measure with. I use a tape measure, but you can also use a ruler. And to keep your dividers from falling over or tipping over, you need a glue gun. And with a glue gun, of course, you need glue sticks. So the first thing I did was measure the inside of my drawer. I measured the width of the drawer, the length of the drawer, and also the depth of the drawer. This is how I'm going to get my measurements of how long my dividers needs to be, as well as the base for my drawer. So the black poster board is actually going to be my base, and I chose black because it will not get dirty. I didn't want to go for white. My color scheme I wanted to go for is black and white, so I decided to do a black base and then white dividers. So right now I'm just mapping out the measurements for the base that I just measured onto my poster board, and I'm going to go ahead and place my cutting board underneath the poster board to get ready to cut. When cutting is very easier, I recommend getting something with a straight edge to guide your cuts. That way your dividers are really sharp and have a crisp cut. Once you're done cutting out the base, take your drawer and you're going to place the bottom base back in the drawer to make sure you're checking for fitting and that it lays really flat. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and check back for the measurement of the depth, because we're going to make some walls for the front, the back, and the sides of the drawer. So now I'm going to use my white foam board that was completely white at one point, but my daughter got a hold to it with the ink pen, of course. But I'm going to go ahead and make those measurements now on the whiteboard. So the back and the front are going to be the same length, of course. Those are the longer sides of the drawer. Those were about 24 inches long, and the depth all around is going to be 2 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to have two longer sides at 24 inches long, and then my two short sides are actually 14 inches long. So once you're done cutting, you should have two longer pieces and two shorter pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and slip those in. I'm going to go ahead and slip in the front. I'm going to slip in the back, the side, and then the other side. And these should have a snug fit. So if you measured and cut them properly, it should be a snug fit. And once all four are inside, it should not fall over. So now I'm going to go and start cutting out my dividers. The dividers should be the same size or the same measurements as your shorter size of the four walls you just made. So I'm going to be making those at 14 inches long, and the depth is going to be, I decided to go a little bit shorter than the walls, so instead of 2 3/4, I'm going to do 2.5 inches. I did about 5 or 6 dividers. I'm probably going to need only about 3 or 4, but you're going to see what I'm going to do with the rest of the dividers. So once you have your dividers, go ahead and slip those in and see kind of where you want to lay your dividers. Just space them out accordingly to what type of makeup you're going to be placing in the drawer. So I decided to use just 3 long dividers, giving me 4 long spaces. And then the dividers that I have left over, you can actually cut those in half and make smaller cubbies. I'm going to place some makeup in the drawer just to kind of see what I'm all going to be placing in the drawer and what type of spacing I need and where I need to place my dividers. So I'm just going to be playing around with it, moving around some makeup, seeing where I actually want the makeup to be. And then once you get kind of an idea of where you want your makeup, you want to measure the width or the space between each divider so that you can make smaller dividers. So here you see me cutting one longer divider into a smaller divider. I'm just going to place those to separate each department. So I have that top space for like pressed eyeshadows. Then the second space is going to be for loose eyeshadows or loose pigments. And then the bottom space is for cream eyeshadows. So you can just divide your drawer any type of way you want. It's totally up to you. That's what I like about this idea, because you can customize it to what type of makeup you have. Once you have your drawers or your dividers intact of where you kind of want them to be, you can go ahead and start to glue them down. Using your glue gun, you're going to go around the sides and the bottom of the divider to make sure that it sticks to the front and the back of the drawer, and also the bottom of your poster board. So this is my ending result. I absolutely love the outcome. I no longer have things just rolling around the drawer when I open them. Everything has a home and it looks really, really neat and professional. I just love opening my drawer and just seeing how organized it is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up for organization, and I hope to see you in the next video. Don't know if it will be a makeup tutorial or either another DIY, but I'm actually having fun doing these. So until the next video, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video for someone else, like it if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to stay flawless, boo.